Hey guys, it's Wes, not your normal miner here. Today we've got a video for you, pool testing. What is it shown? We're going to break down for you all the different pool testing that we've done as far as everything from results that we found, different issues that have been brought up, as well as what our pool testing looked like then versus now. So first things first, we are a cryptocurrency mining based channel focusing on pool testings, miner program testings, overclock setting testings, as well as we did build a remote garden location specifically meant to show you everything needed as far as heat removal and the electric updates needed when we scale up. Here you can see this is our remote garden location, and we currently have 4 1080 Ti test rigs, and they are identical. When I say identical, they do use the same MOBO, the same RAM, the same power supply, the same PSU, the same RAM. We're even using the same GPUs there. Here you're going to be able to see over at our remote garden location, we've got our red, blue, green A, and green B test rigs. Here you're also going to be able to see that we do set those up from time to time with kilowatts on them, so we'll be able to check everything from watts used down to power draw. Here you can also see those 4 identical 1080 Ti test rigs before we move them to our remote garden location. The only thing that's not identical is the rig fans, and that's so people will actually be able to see that we have different identical test rigs. In previous videos, we did have 2 sets, or a set of 6x 1070 Ti test rigs. Now with these test rigs, we typically will do a 2, 3, 4 or more day test, and what we do is halfway through we switch the rigs from one test to another, and that way we're able to take out any slight discrepancies. With our overclock settings on these rigs, we do use very, very light overclocks, and that way these rigs do hash identical. One of the things that we'll use as far as our pool testing is we do use mining pool stats.stream, and that way we can check the different mining pools. One of the things that I want people to remember is just because it's the largest pool does not always mean that it's going to pay out the most. The larger the pool typically means the larger the hash rate, and that's typically going to let you get a more constant payout. You've also got to remember there's PPS versus PPLNS. We're not going to break that down for you here today, but that's definitely something to think about. As far as our pool testing goes, we do currently have 28 videos. Our last one was Ravencoin Top 20 Pool Testing. But here you can see we've tested everything from Ravencoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Gold, Grin, Beam, AION. We've done multiple Ethereum tests. We have done PPS versus PPLNS. We'll get to that a little bit later. We've tested Ethereum Classic, Ether 1, some more Raven, some more Ethereum Classic. We've also tested HANA coin. We've tested Raven, multiple Raven coin tests, more Ethereum Classic, as well as more Ethereum testing. So let's break this down here for you real quick. If you like this kind of stuff, please don't hesitate. Give us a thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell me what you like or dislike about these pool tests. Comment down below if you'd like this channel. We really appreciate all that stuff. Here's one of our first tests, Ethermine versus 2 miners testing Ethereum Classic. You can see some of this stuff is really, really raw here. Another test that we've done is Ethermine versus Nanopool. You can see here different 48-hour totals. And what these pool tests are to show you is that there is a difference from one pool to another. Not all pools pay out the same. Not the largest pools pay out the same. But we do try to be very fair with these pool tests. We do have identical miners set up identically to hash as good or as close to each other as we can. Here you can also see Anorak Tech versus HiveOn.net. One of the things we found here, this was 2 smaller pools. When you find blocks with smaller pools, you get paid out more, but it is few and farther between that you're going to find those blocks. So that's why those payouts do vary sometimes largely. Here you can also see our Beam pool testing. This pool testing did get a lot of flack over on the Beam Discord, especially from the developers over there. They weren't a big fan of us testing the top 2 pools. They thought we needed to test all 10 or 20 pools at the same time. Well, I'm not able to do that. I was banned from the Beam Discord because of me explaining what I thought was very important pool tests. The developer over there thought that actually my pool tests were bad for the community. Comment down below, tell me what you think. If you think these videos are great for the community, let me know. If you don't, please tell me why. I'd love to make it so these videos do go good for the community. We've also tested Supernova versus Pickaxe Pro on Raven. One of the things that we saw with this pool testing was the different spikes in Raven difficulty. When Raven difficulty drops down below, huge hash rate spikes, nice hash would kick in because it's much more profitable. As that difficulty then goes back up, then the network basically shuts off, everybody gets off a Raven coin. Once again, we're just talking with you a little bit about what our pool testing has shown over the last 8 months and some of the interesting things that we've seen. We have tested as well some top 20 Raven coin pool testing. Once again, just because it's the #1 pool does not always mean that it pays out the most. Sometimes smaller pools, it's few and farther in between finding blocks, but you do get paid more rewards. Once again, coin blockers with this test was a top 10, outperforming the top 5 pools most certainly there. We can also see some more Raven coin pool testing. Once again, coin blockers versus Raven miner. Here's Grin testing. This Grin testing was very difficult to do. We were mining straight to an exchange, which is something that we typically don't recommend. But with this pool testing, I was not able to get the Grin wallet set up. So here you can see this. Grin pool testing, Luxor.tech versus f2pool.com. One of the things I want to say is just because it's a foreign pool, try to get past the language barrier. Some foreign pools are much better than some of your local pools. Here you can also see some of our Ethereum mining pool testing, and this is shortly after the reward reduction. One of the things that I found after the reward reduction was that a lot of people jumped off Ethereum, so that was actually letting you get more Ethereum mined as far as your payouts go. We can also see another here, Nano Pool versus Ether Mine. These pool tests just show you once again different payouts from different pools. They also show you the layouts of these different pools and some of the things that you got to work with. Here's Nano Pool versus Ether Mine. Once again, we're just talking with you today about different pool testings and the results that we see. We have also done Bitcoin Gold with our pool testing. We did find that we earned more at miningpoolhub.com than 2 miners with that test. We've also done a lot of AION pool testing. We found some different discrepancies here early on. When we did a retest, we did find that the results came out a lot closer. What were those discrepancies? What caused them? I don't exactly know why. But we've also done some PPS versus PPLNS pool testing. And 3 days in, we were going to do a 7-day test. We did post these results over on both Discords. Shortly after posting these results, mining.luxor.tech went down. Was it because we were doing these tests, or was it because of maintenance? I didn't see any scheduled maintenance. Only time would tell. But PPS, in theory, you're supposed to get more paid out over the long run. PPLNS is going to pay you out short term. So PPS definitely is going to be one of those things. If you need to get good returns, in theory, that's what you're going to want to have. But we're just showing there 3-day totals, PPS versus PPLNS. And then once again, mining.luxor.tech went down. You can also see here we've done Ether1 mining pool test as well. Rebellionpool.com versus minerpool.net. Rebellionpool.com is no longer around. But once again, we're just showing you what the different pool tests have shown us over time. And they've shown us a lot of different things. Here's one of our tests, HANApool.com versus subscriberpool.com. But we have been talking with you about different types of pool testing that we've done and different things that we've seen. Typically, the people that get most upset with us are going to be pool operators where their pool lost the pool testing. I've had multiple pool operators that have gotten in touch with me and asked me to retest and asked for me to see what different things they can do to make their pool better. You know, I'm totally great with that. I am not associated with any pools. There are going to be some times that I find a pool that I like, and if it pays out more, well, I'm going to keep my miners there, because for me, I'm putting more coins in my bag, and that's what these pool tests are trying to show you, is that you can earn different amount of coins for different amount of pools and the different amount of things that we're trying to do. If you guys like this kind of content, don't hesitate, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, tell us why you like it, tell us why you don't. You can also, in the link down below, there's going to be in the description, You can follow us over on Twitter so you can catch our latest and greatest live streams, as well as our latest and greatest results from these pool tests. In the description down below, you're also going to be able to find us over on bit.tube. Thing I like about bit.tube is you're going to earn tube while watching content. Content creators are earning tube while watchers watch. It's a pretty cool, good way to earn some tube. If you want to talk to us directly, in the description down below, there's going to be a link over to Discord. That's where you're going to be able to find the technicals. There's Not Your Normal Miner. One of the things that I've done with some of our pool testing is I've shown you what the dashboard looks like for these different types of things. So, today we've been talking with you about miner pool testing and the results that we've seen over time. If you like this stuff, please comment down below, tell us why. If you don't, well, please comment down below, tell us why as well. We really cherish that subscription. Make sure you give us that thumbs up. But once again, we're talking with you about miner program testing. We currently have 4 identical 1080 Ti test rigs, and those test rigs here, what we show you is the innards of them, and they are hammering away at our remote garden location. We are a cryptocurrency mining based channel focused on pool testing, miner program testing, overclock setting testing, as well as we did build that remote garden location so we could show you everything needed as far as you scale up. But once again, today we've been talking with you about miner program testing and everything that we've seen over the last 8 months. Thank you very much. This is Wes, Not Your Normal Miner.